What he said. All right. Welcome back to the Rock and Roll channel. This is, probably going to be right now. I'm saying it right now. The craziest live stream I've done yet. I got 3 of my favorite people from the Jericho Cruise. But not only are they Jericho Cruise people with me now, they are all WrestleMania 41 Vegas people. And I asked them to come on, talk WrestleMania, talk Vegas. Terynn had told me she was going with Jamal a few months ago, and that got my wheels spinning of like, why am I not going? And then you'll see Dirty Dick Flair there. If you hear me call him Tony, that's his shoot name.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him either. But he's the best cruise crew. I call him Cruise Flair, but he's the best in the game. Jamal, one of the nicest, coolest people you'll ever meet, gives great wrestling insight, and we call him the mayor of the Jericho Cruise.
Everybody's best friend is Jamal.
Yes, the cruise mayor, legend.
Yeah,
and then
Terrynn's not a real thing. It's not a real thing.
Yeah. Terrynn's very shy, unassuming, doesn't speak her mind. So I'm just kidding. Terrynn's one of the coolest people you'll ever meet too, from Canada. The queen of TDS. Did I say it correct, Jamal?
Yeah, Queen of the Drunk-Eyed Canadians.
Queen of the Drunk-Eyed Canadians, who, yes, if you see those shirts in Vegas, she's one of the 2 people behind it. Oh, we already got a comment. We'll get to that soon. I'll love it. Somebody Terynn. Okay, so Terynn rocks, and I said, let's do a live stream. Let's have fun. We did not script this. That's just not how Jericho Cruisers operate. Nope. So we're gonna start. We got to start ladies first, guys.
Always. Absolutely.
Okay, ladies
With
first.
a rack like that, how can you deny her the time?
Shoot, chivalry is not dead.
No.
Please now. So
always ladies first on Space Mountain.
So Terynn,
yes.
Terynn, you're coming all the way from Calgary to Vegas.
Technically, yes. My final flight out of Alberta is from Calgary to Las Vegas. But I live in parts unknown because I've had stalkers on the internet over the last few years. So my actual location is unknown, but I do fly out of Calgary.
Yes. So Calgary, Bret Hart country. Is it your first time in Vegas? Am I not mistaken?
This is absolutely my first time in Las Vegas.
Wow. Wow. You're going to love it. So Terynn, what are you looking forward to about the weekend?
It's literally just like the cruise. I'm most excited to hang out with everybody, like all of you guys. And, of course, my main man's John Cena's final WrestleMania match. Okay?
Thank you, Heather.
To see all you guys and, Terynn and Jamal, we're going to be menaces. And Tony, he's a menace in his own.
That's
and,
true.
Don't you be wearing Crocs.
Tracks out for the boys.
So, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep those under wraps here. But
no, we're not.
People have been asking Terynn if she's ready for Vegas, but the real question is Vegas ready for Terynn?
No, Vegas will never be ready for Terynn, just like the Jericho Cruise has never been. City of Miami has never been for when she comes before it.
They got no idea what's coming when the Queen hits.
Yes, I can't. I'm like that. Really, when you told me that, like that got my wheels spinning. Of like, why am I not going? And then I told Jamal, I think I told Jamal on the cruise, he asked me about it. And I said, I have to be out west anyway that Wednesday after Mania. And he goes, I'm not even going to ask you why you're not going. That's not a reason. And that got me thinking too. So thank you too for really inspiring me to go. And
the whole week's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's Vegas and WrestleMania put together. I mean, come on. This is why I pushed Terynn to go to this one specifically.
True.
Never been to a Mania, never been to a Vegas, and you lump all that together.
I can't think of a better, other than New Orleans, I can't think of a better location.
You can not go to Mania, and there's still so many things going on that you can still have the time of your life. A fantastic week with so many events. There's so many wrestlers in town.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mania is the highlight, but you don't have to hit it to have a great time.
I know someone going there randomly that weekend. Had no idea.
I currently have zero plans to actually. I may go day 2. I want to see Cena win the belt. Other than that, if I don't get the Mania,
we're gonna get into that. So Jamal, we're gonna get to you now, Cruise Mayor. Thank you for your time tonight. What you were just talking about Mania and Vegas and how you really were the ringleader to get Terynn to go, and you inspired me in the Jericho Cruise that I needed to be there. So once again, thank you. But what are you looking forward to out there?
I mean, a little bit of everything. So the funny thing is, so I've been to the last two Manias. I went to my first one was in LA 2 years ago. Went to Philly last year. And the funny thing was like, oh man, I've been to these last two. I don't need to go to another one unless they go to New Orleans, London, Vegas. And next thing you know, here we are, Vegas. I was like, damn. Yeah, I can't miss that one. But I'm definitely looking forward to definitely, like you said, we're gonna get into it in a little bit. Cena, number 17, he's got to do it. He's got to do it. We all know that they broke the internet with Cena turning heel, which was every millennial's wet dream at this point, and it finally happened. But yeah, looking forward to the shows. Of course, Joey Janela spring break, going to Wally Mania Thursday night. Maybe go to NXT. But then
The Saturday morning show?
Yeah, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So that'll be fun. So that, and then of course, all of Mania weekend. But the big thing is, and Terynn is wearing the shirt right there. Finally gonna meet the man himself, the man that literally made me go, wrestling is awesome, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That is, man, I love it when people hit their bucket list in wrestling.
Man, I've been waiting since I was 7 years old for this.
And he, you know what? I've met him once. He won't disappoint. He is so cool. Wait till you shake his hand though, and it's like a bear grip.
He's
bigger than people think. That you don't see him. You don't think he's that big. You see him on TV. You see him up close, and people forget he's 6'4", 6'5".
He's in shape.
Yeah.
We won't get into that. I want him to see for himself. I didn't know about that, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh, me too, man. So, Dirty Dick.
Yeah,
Flair.
if you're at WrestleMania, you're meeting Stone Cold. That's an experience right there.
Yes.
That's
And I mean, what are the odds he doesn't do some type of run in at Mania?
I'll probably pass out.
I mean,
I'll be there to hold you up, Jamal.
Oh,
or maybe Trish will catch you. Maybe.
I mean, that's the thing. He lives there.
Yeah, well, it makes sense because he lives, I think, right outside of Reno, Nevada, up north.
Yeah,
so it makes perfect sense that he, I was slightly disappointed last year because we all knew it was supposed to be Austin and not Taker doing that run-in last year. But when they said Vegas, I was like, man, that SOB better be there. There's no excuses. It's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. There's no excuses.
Yeah, and I'm sure TKO will send him a jet.
Yeah, he ain't driving anywhere. Yeah.
He might actually get into like a bus and drive. He's just.
I don't know. Austin's the type of dude. He don't mind driving. I don't think he'll mind. Driving. That's what he does.
Yeah, it gives him time to drink more beer.
Exactly. He used to drive back and forth from Texas to LA in his ranch when he had his ranch down there. So I don't think he mind.
And he used to drive to Vegas all the time, like when he was in LA, like you said, for UFC fights.
Yep.
But all right, Mr. Flair, Cruz Flair, legend of the Jericho Cruise for gimmicks, among other things. So, what are you looking forward to out there?
Well, I went to WrestleMania 20, which obviously was a long time ago. That was my first and only WrestleMania, and I went as a fan. Obviously, this year I'm heading out early. I work with Sabu. I do a show with Sabu on Tuesday nights on Twitch. I'll be heading out for Joey Janela's spring break. Sabu's having one of his final matches against Joey, and we're doing all kinds of appearances. We're going to be every day WrestleCon. We'll be there all day. We're doing the podcast with Matt Cardona, I think, on Thursday night.
Oh, your special guest?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. There's an event we're doing. If we're not doing something scheduled at the Palms or someplace else, we're going to be at the Nerd Bar every night with various special guests. RVD will probably be there every night, and tons of other people. You never know who's going to stop by. So I know Nick Nemeth and his brother are doing a show there, I believe, Terynn, on Friday or Thursday? Thursday.
Midnight.
So pretty sure we'll be there for that. If you see me, you'll see Sabu. So make sure you stop by and say hi, give a little woo, point the finger at the sky. Other than that, I'm hoping to really, like I said before, if I can get to Mania on day 2, even like a nosebleed, I don't even care where I sit. I just want to be in the building. I was in WrestleMania 20 when Cena won his very first title, and I want to be there when he wins his very last. So I'm a low key, longtime John Cena fan. I know Teryn and Jamal like to joke that when he wins, we're all going to be crying in the crowd. I'll be right there crying with him. So
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry the ugliest Kim Kardashian face of my life.
yep.
And
I'll be doing the Ric Flair ugly cry.
Around me is recording it. The first
Yep.
time I see Teryn cry because John Cena won his final title.
I'll be a Cody crybaby.
I can't believe it. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's going to be plenty of those too. I think
I'll be it.
Everywhere you look, it's going to be kids crying. I low key can't wait. It's going to be
Oh
fun.
my God.
Both.
But you have to reel me back in then. If people are crying because Cody lost his title,
There's going to be people crying everywhere because
I'm
Cena
gonna
won
Do it
and because
right.
Cody lost.
Do it right.
For those that don't know, I hate Cody Rhodes.
I
She
like
loves,
Cody.
She loves Stardust though, which is interesting.
Yeah, like because it was such a ridiculous gimmick. It was fun. It would still work to this day. Okay, like that was great.
I'm a huge Stardust fan.
Right?
Obviously, I like shit that's a little over the top. So, I mean,
No,
Stardust for me is perfect.
Okay, that makes sense. But no, I'm excited for. Like, I really want to do Mania this year. Not that I haven't before, but really this year, stuff that you can't do unless you're there. And what I mean by that is night 1, night 2. If I wasn't there, I could still throw on Peacock and watch it.
Oh, sure.
I could throw on NXT. I could still throw on the Hall of Fame. I can't throw on GCW. Or it's hard to do, right? Or that's delayed, right, Jamal?
They're on Triller, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's still not the same. You got to really
No,
go out of
it's
your way.
not. It's not.
Yeah, I can't go to the Nick Nemeth comedy show, or I can't go to WrestleCon. I can't do any of that stuff. So
Yeah, I didn't realize how big WrestleCon really is.
oof,
Oh, it's huge, man.
I
They
had
still
no
got-
idea.
they
It's
still
such
got
a
guests.
such a huge event.
it was
Yeah,
huge.
they got guests rolling out still. I don't think the lineup's full yet.
Yeah, they
I
just
like
announced
that they-
Great Muta yesterday, and he's doing a photo op with Sting.
And they added another day for Sting too.
Yeah, but
And
you
this is the
guys are
last
missing,
time he's doing the face paint for pictures.
a big part of WrestleCon. Okay, the
Yeah.
one person we all care about is Billy Gunn. All right, Billy
Yeah,
Gunn
it's-
should be there.
Some of us got different priorities.
Yeah, and we have different reasons to be excited.
How can you not be excited for the badass Billy Gunn, old daddy ass?
Well, I'm not the one that wants. I'm not the one that wants to screw him. So that just different.
Jesus Christ.
I wish you wouldn't spill my fucking tea like that, Jamal. What the fuck?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm good. NSFW coming right up after this.
I didn't curse.
Yeah, we didn't use. I don't think there's been one F word yet.
I'm joking.
That's really good for us.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. I am on my best behavior today.
Right?
Interesting.
But
I do love Billy Gunn. I think he's a very talented man.
he's
Okay.
a great dude.
Sure,
And it's not my fault that people up and coming or legends in their own rights, Nick Nemeth, for example, emulates Billy Gunn. Okay. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Teryn,
You mean he emulates like Billy Gunn during like the Billy and Chuck era, or?
Stop it.
That was a good time. Remember that wedding? That was a good time.
Nick Nemeth, I'm coming for you.
Oh no.
Y'all know if you were on the Jericho cruise, you know.
Oh no.
PTSD is coming to town. Nick
On
Nemeth.
a lighter note, Teryn, you're actually very prepared for WrestleMania this year because you don't sleep on Jericho cruises. So that'll get you ready for Mania in Vegas.
I mean, I am, but I'm not because I'm not going to walk down the street the way I walk down the halls of the Jericho.
No. Okay.
That's not a good idea.
I'm not asking you to go on the strip after hours.
So,
I hope not.
well, I mean, the Jericho cruise is a different kind of thing for me. I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. I just wake up, throw my hair in a rat's nest, and say, oh my God, it's 9 a.m. Let's start drinking. And I just don't care at that
People have
point.
done that before in Vegas.
Where in Vegas, I feel like I'm going to care a little bit more about my appearance because you just never know what you're going to be up to. Jericho cruise, most everyone knows me on that boat. They're not going to expect anything less or more out of me. So
I think this Vegas trip has potential to be maybe even more wild than the Jericho cruise.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know, but I can still look good and be wild on the Jericho.
Well, that might be a reason why you want to look good.
You know, there's a little more work involved here. Like you got to take Ubers here, you got to get here, you got to get there. Jericho cruise, everything's in one place.
I think we're going to do a lot of drunk walking.
Yeah, get your steps in.
And I get my steps in. Yeah.
Jamal and me vacationed in New York back in October, and I think I looked nice every day. I actually put my makeup on, and I put a little bit of effort on the cruise. I put absolutely zero effort in, and this is going to be the most asshole thing anyone will ever hear me say. So all you Jericho cruisers out there, judge me on this if you want, but on the cruise, I just feel like I don't need to try.
Let's be honest, boys. Is there ever a time the Queen don't look good?
Yeah.
You don't just be yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I want
That's
to.
why everybody loves you, Teryn.
I don't want to pull up to Steve Austin and look like I do on the Jericho cruise. You know that
You look like that, and Steve Austin's going to say,
that-
"Oh hell yeah!"
I was like, oh god, this is my friend. She's still.
I think I might give myself a stunner.
Yep.
Are you going to meet him too, Teryn?
If Jamal is down, I think we are working out some deals, and
Okay.
I would love to be there to hold Jamal up and be his number one hype bitch.
No. I think I'll be okay. It's just the problem is being in a stadium and hearing glass break and that roar and that energy and that fire.
I mean, speaking of that, we heard the rumors about last year, and I say rumors with a capital R, that they did try, and they're cool and they're friendly, Rock and Austin, but there is some professional heat. Do you think that was the case, or it just?
I have a feeling it was more money than anything else.
Yeah, I think it was more money. I'm with Tony.
I don't think Austin's going to hold them up for a few bucks. That he loves.
At this point,
he just has to go in and do one thing.
Just think of what era he's from, though. I'm just saying.
His body, like he can't have a full. The fact that he did a full match with Kevin Owens, obviously it was a gimmicky, walk up and down the steps, not really like a full on match, but it was a match. It was a main event at WrestleMania.
I am so mad I'm so mad they didn't announce that.
That is so true.
Last minute. They announced that match the last minute. I would have flew in just for
Which
that.
Which one?
Stone Cold and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that was night 1 of 38.
Well, you knew he was going to make an appearance on the KO show.
Right. You knew he was going to make an appearance.
An appearance is one thing.
Anything about a full-blown match until it happened.
That's true.
Possibly his last match.
What he actually admitted about WrestleMania the year after in Los Angeles, Jamal, I feel bad telling you this. They said, was it true you were contacted about Mania? He said, 100% true. He said, I only had, I think he said 4 weeks, 5 weeks to get ready. And he goes, they were going to put me in a big spot. And I just, if I wasn't 100, if I couldn't be my best, I wasn't going to do it. He said no.
I mean, if they're talking about last year, it's like, dude, all you doing is just a stunner or two. Yeah. It's like, come on, what are we doing?
I'm sure there was something with because they didn't ask Taker till the day of.
Yeah. Taker was playing.
That's the story Taker's saying.
I know. I 100% believe. I 100% believe that it was Austin was Plan A, and then Taker was.
I didn't think Taker made sense.
He was in town.
Well, Taker was already in town. If you think, tell me, think of it this way: when you think of people synonymous with Mania, Taker's one of them.
Yeah, but in that particular storyline, I just don't feel like he fit the,
in the Attitude Era, those two had a lot of history.
Yeah.
So they had history, and then Taker has always been kind of like that final outlaw.
I just never really thought of Taker as like the Rock's biggest opponent. When I think Rock, I think Stone Cold.
But they had the Cena moment with Rock too.
Yeah. True.
Which was a big moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, look what it led to. They definitely foreshadowed there.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, but the story Taker said is the Thursday they contacted him about the idea.
Yeah.
And all he said was, listen, man, and I'm just going by what he said. That he said, listen, man, they've had a 2-year storyline, Cody and Roman. Please check and make sure they're cool with it. Because I don't want to just jump in if they've had all this stuff planned and take away from them. And that's a Taker thing to say. Yeah. And they said, okay, cool, we'll get back to you. And they called him in the suite that Sunday.
Yeah, no, I believe that 100%.
He snuck out. He kayfabed his family. He's like, I'll be right back. I got to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Yeah. And then he left around the ring, I think, and went.
Oh yeah, no, he hauled ass like so quick because that arena stadium's so big. Like he hauled ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw a video of him just sliding in the ring like so fast. I was like, yo, those new hips, man, work.
Yeah, they got him. With Taker, you can never go wrong with Taker.
There it is. Oh my god.
But that seemed to be the consensus after everybody said if that glass had broke, it would have been nuts.
Oh yeah, I would have passed. You know, so funny thing is, I would have passed out. And I was actually there with my friends Nick, Melissa. I probably would have passed out and would have missed the 3 count if that glass broke. I'm not gonna lie. Like Cody won, win, huh? What? Crap.
I feel like there's a pretty good chance that we see both Taker and Stone Cold in some way, shape, or form this year, whether it's an appearance or.
Yeah.
I mean, Taker was just on NXT last week or the week before, wasn't he? Like if he's on NXT, he better be.
He's on the TV show.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, the LFG or whatever.
Yeah, and they filmed the
TV show.
Yeah.
At the Roadblock after it, they filmed the Who Won.
Yeah, I expect to see them at Mania in some way.
I know there's some people that hate that because they're like, it's the people who worked all year for it. They lose a chance, but I'm like, it's WrestleMania. It's like you put all your cards on the table.
Yeah, if you can put more asses in the seat than Stone Cold, then by all means, fucking, put him on the card. But until that happens, I'll take Stone Cold.
Exactly. I would too.
We'll all take Stone Cold. Okay?
Whoa!
We got Saber.
Did I say woo?
So one thing I will say, Jamal, you got to be prepared for this. If the Undertaker pulls up, I will probably get aggressive and out of control. Like, no, why is he? I hate the Undertaker, especially at WrestleMania, for like just more than I hate Cody Rhodes, to be honest. He just
hate Cody. I'd love to hear why.
I don't know. Lots of people are like, how do you love John Cena? What's not to love? For Cody, what's not to hate?
Cody got pretty old pretty quick. And I'm a Cody fan. And I'm like, oh, let's get the fucking.
Are you saying Cody in this WWE run got old to you? Or
coming like from AEW on, like he's been doing the same thing for like fucking 5. Like you're not the all end all baby face, dude. Like
exactly.
Like, I don't know why he thinks people want to see that. And I can't turn heel. You're not John Cena, bro. With John Cena, that made sense.
I don't believe that.
But he's turned. I heard he's doing the same thing in WWE. I don't think he's going to turn heel.
I don't think he has to say.
Oh, he's eventually going to turn. I think he learned his lesson. I think he learned his lesson.
I don't think he has the power over because Cody's a team guy.
That Homelander promo is coming, bro. It's coming.
If he turns heel, I'm all for it. But until then, or until he does something different, like he's got to. I was hoping that it was going to be not John Cena initially that term, but it was going to be Cody that teamed up with The Rock, joining up with like a new bloodline, bringing Roman back into it so that Roman can get his belt back
be the corporate
from Cody.
Yeah, like Rock was.
But they switched. This time Cody's the bad guy and Roman's the fucking good guy,
I get it. It's just I don't believe. I think WWE's very good now at throwing out stuff.
Oh, sure.
And making people believe it.
This is the best they've been in a while. Like
they're firing all cylinders.
I was very happy when AEW started up because at that time WWE was fucking terrible,
awful,
just horrible.
Terynn and Jamal can confirm this. Do you remember the first Chris? The main event, Jericho and the Bucks against Cody.
What was the Bucks? Jericho was Y2 Jackson.
Yes.
The Bucks and Jericho versus the Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club, Kenny, Cody, and Mario Scurll.
Yes.
Remember they were all 6 of them were face to face and said, what do you say? He said everyone was chanting better than Raw because it was a Monday night.
I forgot that part.
And Jericho was like this, like a little. Sorry, like this.
So, Jeremy, here's a fun little tidbit about me.
Uh-oh.
On the Jericho Cruise #1, that's when I decided I was not going to go to WWE shows anymore after seeing that wrestling. So WrestleMania is the first WWE show that I'm going to since 2018.
That's when they were at their worst too.
It was so bad.
It was terrible. Like, I couldn't watch
20. It was bad then. I mean,
So-
Well, there was no reason for him to try. There was no competition.
but you can't think like that.
But they do. You know that's why they lost to WCW 25 years ago.
I
The
completely agree.
exact same thing all over
I think
again.
if it was still Triple H and Nick Khan and these guys, and there was no AEW, I still think they would be the way they are.
They pillaged the indies and they took everybody like Sami Zayn and KO and Aleister Black and put them in NXT, and they had the same old boring shit on Raw and SmackDown for years.
It was awful.
Yep.
And he was so predictable.
Yep. Even
But
like
yeah, we're talking
pre-Tribal
now-
Chief Roman was terrible.
Hey,
That's
you watch your mouth what you say about our
I'm
tribal
sorry.
chief.
Big Dog was not.
Big
Big
Dog.
Dog's nowhere near Tribal Chief.
Yeah, we don't mention the big dog anymore. It's OTC.
Yeah, I'm saying. I don't
We-
even think the big. Yeah, it's just Tribal Chief now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the tribal chief. The big dog never existed.
And he
That
always
shit
was
was-
great unless they gave him a scripted promo.
Suffer and
And-
Succotash. That was the worst line in wrestling history.
I don't know what you guys are talking about personally because the last time I went to a WWE show, Roman Reigns was the main event, and I loved every goddamn second of it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Never
Yeah.
I
had
have
that.
videos
did,
and I was going wild ringside. Yeah, with my little "I'm only happy when it rains" sign. And
Of course, it is. Yeah.
I love
I
Roman
support
Reigns.
that.
He's lovely.
He's. I mean, listen, man. I'll admit, man, those baby blues are impressive. He has, but
Don't get me going.
sorry. So we covered. I think we naturally went into the card a little bit, so we can talk about that. That we know. There's some matches that haven't been announced yet, but we're 99% sure are going to take place. Let's go back into Cody Cena, man, because I think
We can all agree that's the match we're all looking forward to the most.
at the moment for sure. We still haven't got the build up for some stuff.
We got. I mean, on the other side of it's Gunther and Jey Uso, and that's.
I'm
I
excited
mean,
for Jey. I love Jey.
a lot of people don't. It is time, whether you like him or you don't. It's time.
I agree.
I
And
personally
then it
can't
just
look
makes
at
sense that he
Gunther.
closed out the first night babyface, second night John Cena heel.
I can't look at Gunther and not think of Walter. So there's that.
Yeah, he used to be called Walter. You're right. Yep.
Yeah,
Listen,
I only call
Walter
him-
Zelaya is not here. Walter Zelaya is not here, so let's.
Oh, Walter Zalea.
Oh,
What up, Walter?
Right.
Technically, Walter Zelaya is here.
Oh,
always-
he's in
yeah.
the bedroom.
In the same
He's
same
been
place
here,
he always is every year.
You can always count to see Walter Zelaya at the sail away.
That's
Actually,
right.
Yep, there he is right there.
Is he on the exact same side Chris is?
Absolutely.
Of course he is.
Was that?
Mm.
Yeah, Jamal, I know where you're. Why is Walter not on my side? Yeah, Chris 5. That was wild.
You have to understand, and Cruz Flair will agree. Terynn and Jamal together are like
Oh God.
unbelievable combination.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
I
we're
get-
pretty funny.
I get the dose on Zoom almost daily. It's fantastic.
Sure, I got to start joining those more. But all right, so back to Cody Cena a little. When did you guys think Cena turning heel was like a legit possibility, or did you just never see it coming? Start with you, Jamal.
I saw it was a possibility the second that camera zoomed in and Cena gave that look I've never seen before to The Rock. Right before Rock did this, I was like, "Oh no! Don't tell me!" Like, no! Ian Back Jones, bam! Oh, he dead!
So, Flair.
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought after he said before he called his retirement tour that he would never turn heel basically because of the kids, you know, and the Make-A-Wish and all that stuff. I really believe that there's no way this man's going to go out as a bad guy, you know?
Right, yeah.
So I was really, it's something I've always hoped for. Like Jamal said earlier, it's like every fucking old generation's like fucking wet dream, man. Like you've always wanted to see Cena turn heel, you know, and it looked like it was never going to happen. And we finally got it, and it was a fucking masterpiece.
It was, but he's given it away once or twice. He said 2012 he was this close to doing it for the first Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did an interview with Chris Van Vliet, and Chris said, "Could there ever be a world where you and Rock are both heels at the same time?" And he said, "I think it has to happen." And nobody picked up on that.
I watched that interview recently, and I was like looking for all the clues and shit like that, and I was actually hoping he was gonna do what he said when he described what the heel run was gonna be. Although I was very happy that he came out and said, "You get nothing, no new music, nothing." That was fucking.
That's where
That
the
was
heat
good.
They're still going to sell a ton of his original merch, and now it's like they're building up. If he had come out, laid everything on the table, been the heel monster day one, what do you have going to Mania? He'll get the better of Cody next time.
Yeah, plant the seeds. Got to plant the seeds. We got 4 weeks left.
I did a live stream that day of Elimination Chamber, and I'm not going to say I predicted it because I'd be crazy to say that. But I gave a couple tidbits that gave away. Not that, I wish. I said after Royal Rumble, he just put himself in the Elimination Chamber. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect.
That was weird, right? It
was a
didn't
little
show
weird.
up like weekly and say anything, like hype the crowd up. Terynn called it.
Oh, yeah, she did. Never did one promo before EC. And then he said, I need a main event WrestleMania because it's best for business. That's as heel a line as it gets.
Yep.
Yeah, best
That
for
was the
business.
Triple H authority line all the time.
Yep.
When he said that, I said, wait a minute. That's not John Cena saying, I got a main event because it's my last run. I got people that believe in me. No, he said it's best for business. And I
Well,
said,
Terynn and Jamal, we never stopped believing. Just call Terynn and Jamal Journey back in the 80s because we don't stop
Right.
believing,
I'll
okay?
stop believing.
Nope.
Never.
So, Teryn, were you surprised that night?
No. Jamal. So me and Jamal, we live streamed the Elimination Chamber. And at one point I said, now's the time. This is when he needs to do it. I called the wrong time, but I called him doing it.
That counts.
There was like
Apparently
I never would have believed it. I would never have said he's
I
going to turn
couldn't
heel.
pull the trigger and say it's happening. I couldn't.
Oh, you know what? Actually, the moment I realized something was up, because I was talking to Teryn while we were watching. I was like, Cena has not left the ring yet. Why is Cena still in the ring?
Yeah. When we were
Something's
just
off.
watching, we were like, something's up. But
Yeah,
he didn't do
something's
it when I said it. And then he was hanging out in the ring, and then the Rock came out, and we're like, oh shit. And me and Jamal, we just be
Travis
losing
Scott.
our goddamn minds.
I thought I knew something was up when Rollins had already been eliminated, curb stomps Punk, and Cena grabbed him right away like a heel would do.
Mhm.
But thank God for the curb stomp on CM Punk, okay? That is probably the one thing I am not looking forward to at WrestleMania is CM Punk. Just saying.
Yeah, I think he's going to weasel his way into the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins match somehow.
I mean, the favorite is that the favorite?
I don't see what else it could be.
Yeah, that favor. Yeah, what can it be at this point?
I mean, we've talked about that for a while.
Seth's going to want to fight Roman. Punk's going to want to fight Seth.
I'm going to want to fight CM Punk, but
Yeah.
here
Paul
we are.
Heyman's in the middle of it with CM Punk.
Yeah.
They've already teased that side.
I don't feel like it's a big enough. Like if I'm cashing in a favor, it's a world title shot.
Yeah.
I don't
You know.
to one of the guys you already beat, and kind of pretty much beat him in the second. But their matches have been classics. Those two.
But this situation is done to take those guys out of the world title picture, because otherwise, any one of them, if they're in the world title picture, they should be winning it. Whether it's Punk, well, I know Teryn hates them, but Punk, Rollins, Roman, all three of them. You put them in a world title match, you expect a win. You know,
Roman hasn't not made an event at a Mania since like
it's insane.
Yeah, Rome. This
Been like 6 years.
Time in like
19 or
5,
20.
years.
I don't count 20 because he couldn't be there.
Yeah,
19.
Yeah,
you
2019.
got to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're also looking at Io Sky, Bianca, and Rhea. Now it makes sense why she dropped the belt to Io.
I feel like EO retains.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Bianca goes heel.
It's time.
I don't know. She's the John Cena of the female wrestlers.
What
Oh,
does
yeah.
that
She does all the Make-A-Wishes. She does all the community stuff.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
So
That makes me happy.
Well, I mean, you don't know if it's always by their choice, but
You can't tell me anybody be forcing John Cena to make wishes come true. I think it is by choice.
I think a lot of them do it by choice. Yeah, I think it's like they ask them, like they'll say, "Hey, we have interest for this particular game."
but the way they've made it like part of his gimmick.
You know
I
the
don't
funny
think,
thing. You know,
I don't think he ever wanted that.
You know the funny thing about that, Jeremy, is John never wanted those to be public.
Right.
Well, I don't think it's so much part of his gimmick as it's like public relations. Like, hey, our top star, look how, outside the ring, look what a good person he lives by his motto. He really is this nice guy that does all this shit that he says, and
and it helps raise money and bring awareness to
absolutely.
I think that's why I'm sure I might be the only one here who loves Hulk Hogan. But years ago, Hulk Hogan did an interview and they asked him about Cena going heel. And he said, man, it's so dangerous if you do that, because let's say you have a kid who looks up to him and has met Cena and all of a sudden says, I don't want to fight anymore now. And I said, ugh. And then he goes, he's always been the international guy. They have a special thing in China. They send Cena. That's why he learned Chinese.
Yeah.
Sorry, isn't this the same person that literally had arguably, still in my opinion, the greatest heel turn ever? And is this also the same person that said in the Vince McMahon documentary that WWE wouldn't survive without Vince? So can I really take Hogan seriously right now?
I know, but yeah. And I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying it was a point he made.
See, I've never liked Hogan.
Here's the question: is Cena's heel turn right up there with Hogan?
I think it's better.
I can't.
It's two different worlds.
I think that Cena surpassed Hogan at some point as being the biggest name in wrestling, and that alone makes it just a bigger moment.
I think it's not fair to say that right now because it just happened. My thing is, where's the payoff? How does it shift the business? Hogan's shift the business.
Created Monday Night Wars.
So much money, literally kicked off the Monday Night Wars. The reason WCW went crazy and then forced WWE to step up their game, Attitude Era, hot, everybody was getting paid, ratings were crazy.
And then it turned around and also killed that same business, though. That same NWO, is people will say, is the oversaturation and it coming back 16 times is why.
Mark Henry had a good point. He said, now that Cena's heel, who says he has to retire in 10 months?
Well, so I was telling Jamal and that.
No, because what does it matter?
I would love it if he won the belt and said, oh, I told you guys I was going to call it quits, but you know what? I'm not fucking leaving until somebody beats me and takes this thing off me and goes to next WrestleMania.
Very well could.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he feels good. And what I've noticed with TKO running it versus Vince is Vince would never have allowed Cena to main event Mania as a heel or face, not being able to do so many Raws for it.
Yeah.
Remember Shaq and Big Show was supposed to have a big match? And Shaq's like, I don't want to go to Raw every week. And he's like, forget it. So TKO wants the celebrity factor. They want the Grand Slam. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's kind of putting the belt on Cena. And as great as Cody is, after a year, people are going to get stale a little bit, even though numbers are great.
Yeah, yeah, sure, absolutely. People are going to get tired. That's why Cody. I know Cody never wanted to turn heel in AEW, and I thought that's definitely been in the ass for sure. But I think now he has actually learned, no, eventually you're going to have to switch something up, change something up. People's going to want to see a different side, and then when you switch and you flip, it makes other matchups interesting. Because obviously, when one person flips, somebody else has to flip at some other point, and now the matches are kind of refreshed a little bit.
Yeah, no, and you can go different directions that way. Like, I would love to see him show up at a TNA show now and attack Joe Hendry.
Yeah, there is options there. I mean, there is definitely there's routes they can go that they didn't have before.
He never would have showed up at TNA as a babyface.
Nobody say that name that Jeremy just said ever again on this because we don't want him to appear.
But Joe Hendry?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Joe Hendry fan.
Oh man, he was supposed to be on the freaking boat and turn around
I know, and I was so excited, but also so let down when they let that announcement out that he wasn't there. I was like, no, that would have been the best thing for me to watch with all these people's faces.
I believe
people were so mad on the cruise this year over that.
I was in the steakhouse having a lovely dinner with cheeseburger and Mama J, and I wasn't out there when they announced it. I was so let down.
It was while we were in the port, right? We came back on the boat, and they were
we were just setting sail out of Dominican, and
I think I heard. I heard it. I heard as I was leaving my room because I was getting off the boat while we
they played it on the loudspeaker. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, hey,
I heard him talking over the last year. I'm like, this can't be good.
yeah. I mean, it was what it was. I mean, I was looking
I didn't
forward.
care.
I mean, I like Joe Hendry. I was looking forward to, but I wasn't going to
You said it 3
go
times.
crazy and be mad about it. I'm like, at the
He
end of the
wasn't
day,
going to add anything to that boat that we didn't, or you know what I'm saying? Like you guys know, especially like we don't care who's there. It doesn't matter who's there.
That's why I don't care about talent announcements anymore. I mean, listen, people were more upset about Hendry this year. I'm not talking about you, Teryn, I know, but in general, like some of the crazy wrestling fans were more upset about Hendry this year than the year that we couldn't even go to a port.
Right.
Wait, one more day on the ship, and we can use our drink package.
A
Cool.
rainy, shitty day with nothing scheduled. We didn't.
Wait,
nobody
you
had
wanna
anything
know-
going on.
You
Nobody
want to know
cared.
the catch of the Dominican? And I feel like a lot of people actually didn't talk about this. You didn't need whoever that is. They need to come find me in Vegas, okay, out here in these streets.
He's
Number
not-
one,
He's a
that
big
person
deal.
needs to
He
go
is
away.
hated. I can tell you a funny story. This is my friend. Was my friend John, one of my best friends. He has hated John Cena as long as I
Why?
know. When I say hate, I mean it is like if Cena's house is on fire, he would leave him in there.
Oh god, yeah. If your friend's going to Vegas, you keep him the hell
He's
away
not.
from me and
He's
Jamal.
not.
I'll tell you that right now.
what did John ever do to him?
I don't know. He just. I mean, when I say he despises him, he texted me the day after the heel turn and said, "Now we all see the truth."
I've
That's funny.
been saying it for years.
He's been waiting like forever to send me that text.
That's funny. That
So
is funny.
Cena, he was pulling up to meet a friend at a restaurant, and Cena was in Naples, where he lives. It's in Florida. It's like an hour from me. Cena was at the restaurant there, and they couldn't get in, couldn't get a table, so he was pissed and left. He had to go eat somewhere else, and then he goes to a gas station. And who pulls up next to him? John Cena. And my friend cranking the music like he just wanted to pretend he wasn't there, and Cena came over and asked him to lower it. And he's
To
like,
lower his music?
He's like, you could. He goes, could you lower the music? He's like, you could walk away.
Well, I mean, technically, it's his. How are you going to tell him to lower his music from his car? Like, what?
Yeah, he did. I told my friend, I'm like, did you really do that? He goes, yep. I believe it.
Why would he lower it? I would have turned it up louder.
Exactly. Like, bro, I don't care who you are. This is my music in my car. I'll do what I
At a
want.
gas station, outdoors.
Yeah, mind your business.
Right.
He said he just gave a dirty look and walked away.
I'd be like, you can go to another
I
gas
think it was
station,
because they
sir.
were filming Total Divas in Naples. It was like Nikki's bachelorette party.
No, for that wedding that they didn't have. That's
Yeah, for the
lovely.
wedding they didn't have.
Ha!
We circled too far from where I was going. So here's the thing with the DR. As an out of fucking countryer and Commonwealth country and all that nonsense, here's the thing that no one's actually talking about. He didn't need any special documents to go to the Dominican.
No, he
Right.
did some
He did-
PR work. He was on Ariel Helwani's show, and Ariel Helwani said, "Oh yeah, Joe Hendry missed the Jericho cruise for me."
Yeah, you don't need any special documentation. As somebody who is like
Should've come up
not
with a better
from the
reason.
US or anything, you didn't need that.
I don't even use a passport when I sail.
He got his passport to work to go to Indianapolis, but it doesn't work to go to Dominican.
You know
As
what?
long
I'm
as
gonna
you-
I'm gonna drop some bullshit right here from the cruise. So Tony, you were there during the Jericho Belt experience when Chris said, and I quote, just like Joe Hendry couldn't be here due to like unforeseen circumstances, just like Will Hobbs, he had to have his jaw wired shut or whatever the fuck he said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Hobbs didn't want to do the boat. Somebody told me that beforehand.
He was on fucking AEW like that week.
So
I was
It's-
like, oh, he fucking healed up quick because he was on fucking either Dynamite or Collision either
Yeah.
that week or the week
He
after
said
the
there are
cruise.
some wrestlers that tell him like, "Don't book me."
yeah, but Will Hobbs was announced for the. This is a story we can just get into, not on here for sure, but there
We'll do it
Ken-
anyway.
don't need special documents. Hobbs was booked. He didn't want to go. Clearly, we're not dumb. Some fans are dumb for sure. We know that.
I thought he had a good time on the last one he was on.
He was very cordial with
Yeah,
everybody.
I saw him everywhere. I talked to him quite a few times, and he said that.
He probably had a good time. He just probably didn't want to come back. He
For
was
all
like,
you know, but you never know what's going on in their life at the time. For all you know, they might have a personal issue at home.
Sure.
Going away in a cruise
Yeah.
is an issue.
I think we can
You
all
never
agree it's
know
kind of
what's going on.
mind blowing.
I say
Like, why would
never
you?
know what's going on in people's lives?
yeah.
If I didn't have to miss the cruise, you'd have to like have me on my deathbed or fucking like something terrible to happen for me to miss that boat. You know,
Well-
like that's a.
For real.
You three are as hardcore as it gets when it comes to that cruise. Like, and I love that about you guys. But you guys rep the cruise 12 months a year. It's not just for the week before the 4 days we're there. Like you guys are like true to
This is a friendship. This is all of us are. We're born.
It's
from
not
the
a
cruise.
friendship, Tony. This is a family.
That it is. It was born years ago. We're all pretty fucking hardcore when it comes to the boat.
No, but it's so cool, like having a Jericho Cruise reunion in Vegas because it's on land.
Well, and that's exactly it. Everybody has always pitched me Vegas is like the cruise, but on land. But I'm like, oh, so the one thing I'm the most scared about is human trafficking because I can't get human trafficked on the boat. I fucking know everyone. But on the streets of Las Vegas, I'm like, oh no.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
She's gonna have me looking out for her, making sure she's okay. I'm the babysitter.
Looking out. We're gonna take Tony out of that equation for sure.
Trust me, Terynn.
You know what, Tony? I'm good. I'm fine on my own.
We're both gonna get human trafficked if fucking I'm in charge.
We're not gonna talk about that topic.
If Tony's in charge, I'm throwing his ass in the line of fire and I'm running.
God, I hope I don't get in
Like
trouble.
Tony will make it out. He'll be all right. All he needs is a good pair of running Crocs.
I'm known for fucking hanging out with like the homeless people and the questionables. So I mean.
Yeah, one time at AEW Philly when I flew out there, we took Tony came with us. We lost him, and then his mom and other people started messaging me, and they're like, "Where is Tony? He lost his phone." I was like, "The last I seen him, he was out having a smoke with the homeless people." I was like, "I don't know where he is. His wig was backwards. Like I can't help him. I came into the show."
Okay,
you're all true.
Switch gears a little. So we talked about the card, and I loved your analysis, guys, and everything. I really do. I always do. Vegas a little bit, but as far as WrestleMania week events, I know, Jamal, you said you got Wale Mania. Mm-hmm. You got, meaning the man himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you have any other stuff planned that you're really looking forward to?
So, yeah, besides that, I think I might try to go to this Prestige Wrestling before Wale Mania. I might stop by and see that.
Nice.
Then I know, like I said, Friday, spring break. Not going to SmackDown because especially now SmackDown's 3 hours, so that's a no-go for me. I'm not doing that.
And that's going to be a throwaway.
Yeah.
All talking. Yeah.
Just looking at you.
Yeah, not doing that.
Or to see the Lucha House Party against.
Might hit up, WrestleCon, hang out there for a little bit and see what's popping there, and then of course, in between time, I might hang out at the hotel, maybe by the pool, hit some blackjack, hit up a strip club or two, just saying, you already know.
Love it. Terynn, I know you and Jamal you joined at the hip for most of it, but anything you're looking forward to that he didn't mention? Or
I'm really glad Jamal just brought up Prestige because we haven't really talked about like that sort of, like we've talked about Spring Break or the Clusterfuck and stuff like that, but Prestige is actually one of the shows I do want to go to. So I'm down with that.
That's Friday?
That's a Thursday.
It's Thursday at 7 p.m. because I land at 5:30, so I have time to go to the hotel, get ready, and go to the show. But Prestige is one of the ones I am looking forward to trying to get to. Of course, Janela's Spring Break to see Tony and Sabu and my good pal Joey Janela.
I'm so excited for that show.
And then the Clusterfuck because we're going to see my Instagram son, Nasty Leroy. He was the first entrant announced for the Clusterfuck.
That nasty man.
And then Thursday night, me and Jeremy and myself are going to go to Hunkamania to see the Nemeth brothers. So I'm really excited about that too, to be a fucking menace.
And that's going to be at the Nerd as well, right?
Nerd.
Okay, so at one point in time at the Nerd Bar, and Terynn already said she's going to do it, though. She has to make sure she rides the, I don't know if I can say it on here, the mechanical.
The mechanical male.
The mechanical eggplant.
Yeah,
it's not a bull, Jeremy. It's not a bull.
We're going to call it a bull.
But we're going to be obviously at the Nerd quite a bit, I think, Jamal, over the course of 5 days.
If you see me film any of that, it's not going in my vlog.
Well, I mean, Jesus, if you film it, please, by all means, put it in your vlog.
I know. It'll be for Tony's personal use only.
Oh, no, not Tony's personal use, but if you see riding the mechanical eggplant at the Nerd, just please take pictures and videos.
Oh,
and record it.
Hey,
But-
I'm vlogging out there, so if I want
I
you all
really-
like if you guys are not in a big part of the vlog, I'm gonna be crushed. Like, not to like put you under pressure there, but because Jamal was in it last year, Jamal and I didn't even know we were gonna be there together
Yeah, I don't think we asked each other if we were going to be out
at all.
See, we know we're all going to be at the same place at the same
Yeah.
time this year.
And a lot
so
of our,
I'm sure we'll.
fans do match up.
Yeah.
Which is
But-
nice.
When I ride that, I want Jamal to be there. Jamal has to be there when I do that.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It'll be part of the
I don't
experience.
care if you're in the main event at Prestige, Jamal. You better get there.
See, now I'm thinking about it. I'm a little sad because you and Melissa both could have rode it together. That could have been cool. Man.
Holy!
Now I'm sad again.
I'm so glad I got that NSFW up.
Oh, do you want me to fix my back and my Stone Cold shirt, Jamal? Will that make you happy again?
Yeah, that helps. So, but I'm gonna miss Melissa. God dang it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to the Hunkamania. What a name for a show. But it should be funny.
Oh, it should be really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two together tend to be a pretty good show.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a lot of special guests there. But I wonder. I mean, it's at midnight, but they're going straight from TNA to that show.
Honestly, I do my best work after 11 p.m., Jeremy. So I think we're gonna have the best time at
I'm excited.
Hunkamania in
I'm
Las
excited
Vegas.
when I got the RSVP from her last night.
The Nerd is going to be lit every night.
I'm gonna
Every night.
name that bar to Happily Ever After.
Yeah. We all do our best work after midnight. We don't go to sleep on that boat till like 6 a.m. Well, I know. I don't go to 6 a.m. I don't know about everybody else here, but I stayed up till like 6:30 a.m. last time.
They're a very wrestler-friendly bar. They're very.
Yeah, they've had a lot of shows there.
They can stay open 24/7 if they want. They have no
off the
rules.
strip.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good time.
I
know.
They have these crazy drinks there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
Crazy drinks. Now you're speaking my language, Jeremy.
The one thing I know for sure, but it was like these crazy like concoction. Like that's Vegas for you. But I'm so excited.
Yeah, you'll find me there every night, pretty much. That's where we'll be there from early evening till whenever we close, I guess.
For the Nerd Bar?
Yeah, Sabu helps run it. When the owner's not there and stuff, he has a lot to do with it. So we'll be there. He's there pretty much every night as it is. So we'll be there a lot. Yeah.
Well, we'll see you there Thursday
and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Yeah.
Good.
Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday. Tuesday I'm gonna have to leave, but
I heard you might just be moving out there.
I'll be out there for a week.
Yokozuna's family who never left after WrestleMania 9.
That's I always said if I ever went to Vegas, I would never come home. I know where I'm meant to be, in the land of
all them just stayed there.
all my favorite things are legal there. We'll keep it safe for work and say all my favorite things are legal there.
You can do whatever you can do. Whatever
all my favorite things.
You can do whatever you want.
Anything you want.
There was a city made for
24 hours. You can order strippers to come to your room like DoorDash and like this.
Oh,
insane.
That's why you wonder, man. Like some of these wrestling fans are not going to know what hit them. And I'm not saying that's that way. A lot of
part of it's going to be seeing like the element of all the people that have never been to Vegas before.
It's a tame city,
right?
It's a big city, but it's tame. It's quiet at night. It's you just.
If I'm not mistaken, it's running concurrent with the end of the Grateful Dead's residency at the Sphere, so there should be like 100,000 Deadheads in town as well, making it real interesting.
You just wonder if they made a pitch. They would have made a pitch for the Sphere for Raw.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think down the road you'll see it.
At least
you'll see it You'll see it.
Announced the Talent Hotel.
That I'm not aware.
Do that.
I can message our good friend Walter Jericho and see if he knows because he probably is in the know of those sorts of.
They've already announced it.
I'm sure fans will find the hotel that got all the marks outside of it, just standing there
with the
ropes.
Ropes.
Yeah, it's the Talent Hotel. There it is.
I'm there just having a good time.
I will just walk right by it because I got my day to get on with. Like, yep, I got stuff.
Thank you. I'm not knocking people, but it's like There's too much fun to be had there.
Oh yeah, it's my first time going to Vegas. The last thing I'm worried about is seeing fucking wrestlers hanging out.
And you have opportunities to meet them.
Yeah.
There's no bigger opportunities WrestleMania weekend. Well, maybe now some of the other PLEs, but not like Mania.
No, it's a week-long festival.
For a week. Yeah, it really is.
It does remind you of the cruise in a way. You know, there's seminars, there's meet and greets, there's going to be wrestling. It's kind of like the cruise, but in Vegas.
That's why I pushed this for Terynn. I'm like, this is it. This is it.
No, she announced it. Well, not announced it, but talked about it when she appeared after the Jericho cruise, and that's when I.
It's because I couldn't just like try to like make it happen before the cruise because I was going on a 12 to 13 day adventure out of work and I couldn't ask for the time off. I had to wait until I was back to be like, yeah, so anyways, I'd really like
to
go to Vegas.
So we could say Jamal is the catalyst here.
Jamal is 100%. This trip would not be happening for me if it wasn't for Jamal being my biggest hype man.
And I told him
my hype man for so long.
Jamal has such a way of when you just tell him something that he knows is, I don't want to say BS, but it's a bad reason. He just gives you a look, and you just know you're done.
Well, it's like if you bad reason, it's like why? I mean,
that's it.
We only got this one life. It's like why not?
Yeah, I agree.
What do you mean you can't do it? Well, why not?
Yeah.
Give me a reason why not. It's a serious, legit reason, which is why I already said next year, New Orleans. We never been to New Orleans, have we?
We ain't never been to New Orleans. Oh. And there's one other person. We got a year in advance to make this happen now.
Oh,
yeah, now you know.
I picture both of them out there. It is an unbelievable.
And everything's in walking distance from what I'm seeing.
One area, one distance. Wrestling fans taking over Bourbon Street.
Oh God, you guys are talking about wrestling fans? I'm talking about going to the French Quarter to learn some voodoo and stuff.
You can do that too, but
that's what I want to do.
It's a sight there. I had a blast both times here.
Well, I don't know. I've always loved the idea of it, and everything about New Orleans is great to me. And then the Cajun food, I love spicy stuff. So I'm like maybe the crawfish boil is kind of gross because I'm not going to eat that. But like if they can put like crab or lobster in like a crawfish boil.
Those shrimp po' boys.
Yeah. No bread, alcohol, and shrimp only.
I'm sure you can get a bowl. But Vegas is great. I mean, excuse me, New Orleans is awesome. For Mania. Everything's in one area. Where Vegas, you have to move around a little bit. But they're adding stuff every day.
Oh yeah, they haven't. I'm surprised every day at the announcement. I was just telling Jamal before we went on that they added Great Muta to WrestleCon. He's doing a special photo op with Sting, who's going to be in face paint for one of the last times. You know, so I mean, stuff like that. That's a WrestleMania experience. Like Jamal meeting Stone Cold, shit like that. You're not going to see it at every event, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to find that man. He's always hiding on his ranch. So I'm like, right now.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to get on a plane and fly to Vegas.
You meeting Stone Cold?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I mean, I may get the opportunity to meet another individual, maybe if it's in the cards, and I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah, keep that.
Oh yeah, I got it. That's kayfabe. That's kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Yeah. So man, this has been awesome. Anything I'm missing? We went over the card. We went over Vegas itself. We went over things we're looking forward to. But the nice thing about Mania is your schedules are going to change between now and then.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be things just added. You're going to be out there in Vegas and go, huh? This sounds good.
It's. I know I'm going to have like 12 to 14-hour days, like every day. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be nonstop.
Yeah.
So.
So I have two things to say. Jamal told me as soon as I get off the plane, it's going to feel like I've been punched in the face. And I said, oh my God, is our Oceanic champion going to be there? And then second thing, Jamal, this is a question from myself and Melissa for WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans.
Yes.
We want to get Jerry beads, okay? We want to get the beads. but we're not going to wear shirts. So our question is, can we use your image?
Somebody hold Jamal up, please.
Custom pasties.
Bro, that would be. Imagine that, Jamal.
Yes.
Your face is the pasties. Little Jamal stickers.
For the whole weekend. For the
Is Melissa watching right? Is Melissa watching right
She
now?
is. You think I'm just making this shit up?
Woman, you're making this really hard on me right now. Oh God.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah, physically and mentally.
Oh,
Yeah, my God. Wow.
them
That's-
rails were going off.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be fine.
You all right, Jamal? You good?
you know, we have to go up just this further. Maybe we should do that.
Oh God, I'm gonna miss her so much.
Yes. All right, so you guys are gonna stay here, but thanks everybody for watching. This has been one of my favorite live streams. These are three of my favorite people, and how you see them here is how they are every time you see them. Anything you guys want to add on the way out, guys? Please.
Make sure you go to the YouTube channel for Rock and Noel and give them a follow, a like, and a share. Jamal, you can catch everywhere. This guy is literally everywhere. If you're at a wrestling show, look for Jamal. He makes appearances on what I'm going to mention next is Teryn's show. Terynn has a show on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock.
Facebook, right?
Yeah, right on Facebook. I do a show on Tuesday nights on Twitch with Sabu.
I'm going to post a link to that.
Please like, follow, share all of our shit. Help us get to the points we want to be at. We really appreciate all the support.
I need to jump on that for sure. Terynn, anything you want to add? So great seeing you.
Tony pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. So yeah, go Sabu Speaks, the Terynn Show, the Terynn and Des Show, but that is the Terynn Show right now. Currently, for the foreseeable future, anyways, Tuesday nights, 7 Mountain Standard, 9 Eastern. Pro Wrestling Tees /TDS. Get the shirt. Who doesn't want a half naked lady on them? You know? And it is a real image of me. Just so everyone is aware, that is an actual photo of me.
It is Teryn's naked silhouette
on
your chest.
I have a bra and panties, okay?
It is Teryn's naked.
WWF and WWE. Bra and panties is kind of where it's at. You got to keep it PG, all right?
I also want to plug real quick.
The after hours talking to go off is all great.
Terynn needs drink money for Vegas, boys. So make sure you hit up playboy.com/Terynn.
Drink money.
Hook the queen up, gentlemen.
Yeah, if you see us out in Vegas, please say hi.
Yeah, anybody that's out there, please. Yeah. If you see this at an event, please make sure you say hi. Yeah. And to Jeremy, thank you so much for having us on the show, man.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it.
You know what? I know he's never going to see this, but Chris Jericho, if it wasn't for your cruise that you took a leap of faith on having, this conversation doesn't happen right here.
You know
all
what?
the things that we're talking about all happened because of Jericho.
Yeah.
Jeremy, Tony, a.k.a. Dirty Dick Rick, I gave him that name, and Jamal. Jericho will see this. Mark my fucking word.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I appreciate him for it.
We love Chris Jericho.
He's created a family outside of the.
He's got to see the madness that he's given birth to.
Oh,
yeah, like
he loves
he injected us.
This is all because of you, Chris.
He may not be in Wrestlemania anymore, but man, he still has an impact on it.
This is the impact you have.
He'll be there with spirit.
We'll see him at his Hall of Fame induction, hopefully one day there.
Yeah, well,
thanks again, brother.
Thanks for everyone. Follow these people. I'm going to put the links to the description to their shows in the description. These guys are the best. Thank you. Vegas is around the corner, people.
Let's do this. And have fun.
They're not going to know what.